Well, hey there, patrons, and welcome back to Demon Souls here on Rage Select. And I'm Jeff.
I'm John.
Now, John and I, we already recorded this episode of Demon Souls, but it got corrupted. So
Jeff says.
Yes, so we're literally having to record the whole thing over again, which meant that I had to play the entire game up to this point again, which actually means that Mercedes here is a slightly different randomized face than she was because we hit the random button, right? So
Yeah.
I couldn't, like, do the sliders. The other thing that happened was I wasn't sure whether I was going to be able to beat all of the worlds that we needed to beat before today. So I beat World 3. I went through World 3 to get all the way up to Maneater, right?
Yeah.
And that involved letting Yurt out of his cage. But then I beat Flame Lurker from 2-2, which is the trigger for Yurt's thing. So now before we can go back and beat Maneater, we really got to kill Yurt. So you all remember Yurt, you had the big pointy hat?
Yeah.
So when you come back after the first time you beat a boss after Yurt's after you let Yurt out, there's a body here, and there's a body there. Now I already picked up. They have treasure on them, so they
Yeah.
really do stand out. But what's going to happen now, if we were just to say to continue playing the game, is every time we beat a boss, Yurt will kill a person in the Nexus. And it starts with these randos that are nobody, but then it goes to, like, the acolytes for the priest, and then the acolytes for, like, the wizard, and then, like, the shopkeeper, and, like, Stockpile Thomas and people like that. Or actually, it might just be the magic users. But if they kill the magic users, we'll never be able to change our magic out ever again, right? Because that's how you do that. So before all that happens, you have to find Yurt, who's hiding back here, and you got to kill him. But we're going to talk to him first because you should give me, like, a present, I think.
I am indebted to you for your help in Latria. Without it, I would not have made it back to the Nexus.
Yeah.
Now I can go on with my work.
Which
And
is...
for that, I must thank you.
Can I not even get, like, a hearty chuckle?
What is it? I have no business with you. Not yet. Do not be concerned. Life is hardly as precious as one might think.
What's up, Yurt?
Life is
Okay. So Yurt is actually doing work for a character that we've seen in the called Mephistopheles in the loading screens. He is basically trying to kill all Soul Arts users, and that's what he's up to. So we put on the super defense spell that we got last time, and basically just gonna wail on him because he sucks. He's got his shodels that go through your thing, but I also, when I was going back and playing the game, I went back through World 2 and picked up the fucking Dragon Longsword that does fire damage and upgraded it. So
Okay, nice.
suck it, Yurt. Like, you can go. Oh, god damn it. Fuck. Jesus.
What?
His armor is there, but I can't pick it up because I've been picking up, like rocks and stones and garbage off the ground and shit. So I need to put a bunch of it back into Stockpile Thomas's stockpile, and then I can go back and I can get his crazy looking armor. Yeah, it's just that though is one of those things that's like such a fuck you for like, oh yeah, when you go to, I was grinding in World 4-1 and you get a lot of blade stone from the skeletons there. So, I can't imagine a more kind of like a bigger fuck you to the players than oh, it's because I have all these arrows, isn't it? Let's see. God damn it. Okay, it is. I was thinking about using a bow for a little while, John, but no mas. I guess I could bring not every single. I could maybe not bring every arrow that I own. I could bring like 100 arrows.
Yeah.
But like, can you imagine playing this game and then like the NPCs start dying because you aren't paying attention, or like you don't even know that they're dying, and then one day you come back to the Nexus and like the shopkeeper's dead, and you're like, what the fuck? And that's forever. It's like hitting them accidentally.
Yeah.
There's no way to undo it, so they're dead forever.
You have a
So all right, let me go get the rest of Yurt's armor. And then we can go kill Maneater.
So I have a theory, Jeff.
Tell me about it.
My theory is that the video
Yes.
we recorded
Yes.
the other day
Yes.
didn't actually get corrupted.
I will show
That
you the
you
corruption.
severely just did not want the rage selectors to see how many times you died.
Yeah.
Not even fighting a boss, just running to the boss.
Just running. Yep. Check out this armor. It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it to fight Maneater because I'm gonna try to I'm gonna DPS race Maneater. Well, you know, that's possible. I'm not gonna say that that's not a thing because I did die a bunch of times.
A lot.
A bunch of times.
It was comical.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I see. The thing is, I was doing the thing. Hey, look, there he is. I was doing the thing that you should not do in a Souls game, where I was basically just ramming my head up against the problem without thinking of a different way to do things. Right? It turns out that you can buy. You remember the lady that was in the Tower of Latria? The lady that was going, oh,
Yeah.
She sells like gives you lots of magic points
Yeah.
back things, the spices. Also, Patches sells like really high tier healing items. So I've got a shitload of high tier healing items now so that I can essentially keep my magic maxed out and just DPS race this boss.
Okay. I'm just messing with you.
No,
by the way.
dude.
About the not actually. I believe you.
I will
that it
show
was-
you the corruption.
No, I
Trust me,
believe
I
it
did
was
not
corrupt.
want to
I
have to
was
do
just-
this a second time.
I just like giving you shit.
I had to play through the game 7 hours. I raced through the game as fast as I can. In fact, I got so mad that I started playing badly, and then I started doing that thing, which I've never talked about, which I don't normally ever do, where it's like I was literally pulling the plug out of my PlayStation 3 when I died because I was like, no, I'm not doing that again, in order to just go back and play the part that I have just played. So, and so, given how much defense and whatnot I've got, I'm going to go up here. So, by the way, everybody, the big revelation from last time is the spell Warding. Warding takes up 2 slots, and you get it by trading the not Iron Giant, the Tower Knight's soul in to Sage Frake. Warding is awesome.
Yes.
It does so much damage reduction that it's not even funny. So much damage reduction that I'm going to try to just kill this guy instead of running past him, which was most of the reason that I died last time was because this one
It's about
fucking
60-40.
jerk off. No. Oh, man.
Yeah, that happened a lot.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we answer some questions while I continue running up here over and over and over again. I'm going to use the soul arrow this time instead of warding. So,
Well, Jonathan Scratch says, all right, guys, here there be this week's question.
yar.
That's how he wrote it, so I figured that's how I'd say it.
Okay.
So, God of War is pretty fucking excellent.
I like it.
And I find it incredibly impressive for many reasons.
Uh-huh.
But one that stands out for me is that it has made me feel extremely sympathetic for Kratos, who I found to become more and more of a callous bastard as the series went on.
Yes.
Can you think of any other series in any medium where something similar has happened for you? Has a character ever gone from a place of low regard for you to being a character that became invested in and cared about? Also, fuck that cheap-ass stare Ithilid and its Force Bell bullshit,
Yeah.
which, I figured was appropriate.
That's what we're doing right now.
Side note, Jeff, your meaning of life answer was both insightful and thoughtful and on point. Well
Yay.
said.
All right. You know what? When we answered this last time, I didn't have an answer. I was hard pressed. I thought of one as you were asking the question.
Oh, okay.
Zuko from Avatar.
Okay.
You know how he's like the bad guy, and
Yeah,
then
he's kind of a little bitch
yeah, he's
at the beginning.
Yeah,
and
he's a
then
total asshole, and then eventually you're just like, oh fuck, I feel real bad for this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the ones. Kratos definitely is up there. Like I think that I talked about it on the podcast, but I really kind of like or it might have been when the previous one we recorded. I talk so goddamn much, I can't keep it all straight anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
I like the idea that Kratos has grown with Jeff. That like, as I've gotten older, Kratos has kind of attitude towards the world has gotten more grown up and better.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, even with that on, it's still just like a fucking freight train. Here. God damn. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I'm out of juice. No. Oh fuck. Okay, maybe go back down again.
You ran out of healing stuff?
No, I'm out of no, I've got so much healing. I just ran out of mana. Because I cast warding and I was shooting magic missiles at him, so both of those together really like just sucked down all my mana. Okay, fuck face.
Oh, he's almost dead.
Yeah.
No, he's dead. And he'll be back the next time we come this way.
Yeah. The thing I learned from the other part of the level is that they drop spice, so it's good just to use your magic on them than it is to try to like save magic, because if you use the magic, they usually drop either 2 fresh spices or 1 old spice, and both of those are a pretty fair amount of mana back. So
good to know.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't remember what my questions were, other than like maybe character of Sawyer from Lost. Like I didn't really like him at first, but then he became like a really important character towards the end.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, most characters I can think of that.
We're going to try to bully Maneater this time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Because warding really does. And with the fire sword, I feel like I've got a bit of an advantage. Well, not if he keeps doing that, I don't. Like, if you keep him doing that stuff. Ah, fuck. Goddamn. All right.
Well, he realized what worked.
Okay. Oh, no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't great, but neither was that. Okay, I might want my mobility back. Would you please just fucking fuck off me real fast? Just for like 1 goddamn second? Okay, here, let's put warding back on. And then that little no, you don't get to. I think I could just walk around that one. I'm sure there's more.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to say that eventually I had some amount of some amount of empathy for like maybe like Scorpius and Farscape, but I don't think that I ever really did. I mean, you know, he kind of had a bit of a tragic backstory, but he's always kind of a son of a bitch. So
yeah, but he was kind of designed like to dislike him as a villain or whatever. But I think this is more of a like just characters that you're just like, I can't stand watching this character.
There's a lot of what's his face from Infamous Second Son that I didn't like. Oh no! Oh man! Shit burgers. All right, I'm gonna go back to my. I'm tired of not having mobility. We're gonna go back to mobility style.
One character I can think of.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 characters.
Okay.
I did not like Quark in DS9 at first.
Oh yeah.
And then as that show went on, like he had a couple of arcs like later on in the series that just kind of made me go, nah, Quark's awesome.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with Quark.
Yep. Yep. All that, I feel like a lot of that actually kind of goes for
A lot of characters in DS9.
like Bashir was just an insufferable shit for a long time, and then when they finally, I don't know, I didn't like him because he was just kind of like, oh look at me, I'm charming and the best, and it was like, even though I mean he didn't like talk like that or anything, but
yeah, Bashir's the doctor.
Yeah,
I liked him from the beginning just because I liked his relationship with O'Brien. Like his relationship with O'Brien was the thing I liked about him.
Yeah.
Because anytime they were together, they were great.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Quark was a big one. I was just like, I hate Frankie stuff. This is always stupid.
Yeah.
And then Quark ended up being a much more
like a great character.
Yeah.
And Rom too, for that matter.
Yeah,
like
Rom as well.
Rom was just. Like what was like I tried to think of even like early season with Rom, it was just like this guy's got a funny voice. Check it out. Like, brother. And it's like, oh, okay. Look, it's Rom again.
Yeah. And kind of similarly in Babylon 5, Vir Koto. This is also kind of similar. He was the attaché for Londo Malari.
Yeah.
He was kind of a wrong direction.
Yeah.
But I think he was designed to kind of be that way from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that that was
Oh, right. That's how you kill these guys.
that Straczynski had plans for all those characters from beginning to end, and
Right.
he knew where he was going to end up. So he kind of designed him to be kind of this insufferable, kind of annoying character that would then you would fall in love with as time went on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Okay. I've not watched Babylon 5.
oh, Babylon 5 is so good.
I want to, but it's got the problem of 90s special effects.
The Amiga special effects.
Yep. And
CGI.
I haven't been able to force myself through that amount of steamed broccoli to get to the Jello pudding pop, or maybe not Jello pudding pops anymore, but I don't know, to get to the I have no doubt that that I mean I read like Rising Stars, like I think that Straczynski is a good writer. It's just that like god damn have those special effects not aged well. So
yeah. No, I agree. I mean, those special effects were not considered good even when they were first coming out. So,
come on, dude, where'd you go?
But man, Straczynski, there's a guy who I really like his writing on a lot of stuff, but man, can he not write an ending?
Yeah, I feel the same way about who's that guy that everybody likes that wrote the Green Lantern color stuff into existence?
Jeff Johns?
Yeah. I've read a lot of that Green Lantern stuff, and everybody's just like, oh my god, it's the best. And I'm like, yeah, it's great. It's just that, like, okay, I feel like a lot of people dislike Grant Morrison and do like Jeff Johns, and I'm like, yeah, I can understand. No?
Everybody loves Grant Morrison. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I remember a few times in my career.
Matter of fact, Grant Morrison's about to write a Green Lantern book, and everyone's fucking excited about it.
Okay, I remember early in my career saying I like Grant Morrison. Everybody would be like, boo. Maybe it was like after he killed Batman or something that there was like a weird kind of backlash against him. No,
I don't know any. The only time I can remember people not liking Grant Morrison is when he was first coming up and Alan Moore made some derogatory comment toward him. So all the hipster Alan Moore cocksucking douchebags were like, I fucking hate Grant Morrison. He's just sucking off of Alan Moore's cock, and he's just trying to be a low rent Alan Moore, and he's lame. Like those were the only people.
Oh my god, really? He didn't even fight me, you ass. Like, fight me or don't fight me, but don't just like bring your fucking brother in here. You be a fucking cock smeller.
But yeah, like I don't remember anyone ever I remember when I got out of comics and then got back into it hardcore.
Yeah.
Like everyone was like, you need to read anything with Grant Morrison.
Yeah, I agree with that, but
so much so that I read The Filth and then was like, yeah, maybe not everything Grant Morrison, but
I don't know. I guess I feel just like people that there was a rash of somebody was telling me, somebody on the internet at some point was like, no man, like Jeff Johns where it's at, you got to read his Green Lantern stuff, and I was like, okay, and so I did, and I was like, it's good. It's just that every arc, like the one thing I'll say about Grant Morrison that I really enjoy is that he knows how to write an epic ending.
I agree with you on that,
and I don't feel like Jeff Johns really does.
Well, the difference is that I feel like Grant Morrison, he writes with the storyline in mind. Like he's like, everything has a purpose. Every little beat, every new idea pays off. Jeff Johns is very much a comic book writer.
Yeah.
In that he wants to create the building blocks for the world and then hand it off to somebody else to continue.
Yeah.
Like he's very much like, I want to create all these great things and I want to leave the world in an interesting place for the people who come after me.
God damn it. Really?
Which, kind of one of the reasons why I'm really worried about the current Doomsday Clock thing that Jeff Johns is writing.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you know what that is.
That's the Watchmen?
Yeah, Watchmen being integrated into the DC universe.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. I'm just like, the Souls games have never been great when it comes to Oh, fuck. I'm out of mana now. Multi-character boss fights.
Yeah.
And so, especially with like a character like what I'm doing right now, where it's like, you know, I'm trying to like keep a protection boost on and like keep my mana up. And oh no, you do not. No, you do not. But that's the
Yeah,
other
I
one.
also feel like you're kind of not remembering the lessons we learned in the video that we lost.
What do you mean?
Well, there was a very specific way you fought them.
Yeah. Oh, with
worked.
with the magic missile.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if I could get close to him, the fire sword, and they're not like damaging me. I feel like I just get a couple more hits, and there we go. There goes one. So this ought to be, as long as he doesn't fucking knock me over the edge, this ought to be all right. Because like once you've learned to deal with two of them, dealing with one of them is like whatever.
Okay. But no, to go back to your Jeff Johns thing, Jeff Johns, like I said, he likes to leave the world in an interesting place for future writers to do something with.
Oops.
Because that's kind of what he does. He looks at what other writers have done and then tries to incorporate them
Yeah.
into what he does. Because in truth, all that, the color spectrum stuff, all the whole color war and everything, Brightest Day, Blackest Night,
Yeah.
that was all stuff that that Alan Moore did.
Yeah.
In a one-off comic. Like literally, it was 4 panels from a one-off comic of Green Lantern Corps that Alan Moore wrote like a long time ago.
Yeah.
That just referenced the prophecy of the Blackest Night, and it was never referenced again in any other comic. And Jeff Johns went, "Well, I'm going to use that,"
Yeah.
and then turned it into a thing. So I mean, it's yeah. But I mean, I like Jeff Johns. He's a good writer. But
He's fine. I guess it's just like, you know, when I don't like just I guess I feel like there was, you know, knowing Jeff, right? Knowing me. By the way, fucking Maneater. Boom, done. Figured it out last time. Use thing warding. Warding is amazing. Warding is such a good damage reduction spell. Anyway, I feel like it was probably just a thing where somebody on the internet was like kind of atting me with like, oh, I can't believe that you would like Grant Morrison, like Jeff Johns writes circles around that guy, blah 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 blah. And then I was like, okay, well, I like good comic books, so I went to read it, and I was like, I like all the setup. I just don't feel like the payoffs. And I'm not saying that there aren't any good payoffs. It's just that like Grant Morrison's run on JLA, like the end of every one of those arcs was so fucking epic. It was always just this huge thing where either like somebody was dying, or there was some big revelation, or there was something really cool happening.
yeah, no, I get you.
And with the Jeff Johns stuff, I was just like, okay. I mean, you know, even Warren Ellis is able to do that big grandiose finale. So
Yeah. Well, again, like I said, Grant Morrison tends to introduce things and then use them to end the story.
yeah,
Whereas Jeff Johns, I feel like, is introducing things not so much to use them to end the story, but to leave them there for people to use later.
for the next generation.
For the next guy that comes in.
Okay, I could see that.
To build off of.
Yeah.
Which there are plenty of writers that do that. I feel like to a degree, Brian Michael Bendis does that with a lot of his work.
Okay.
Though I feel like he ends the story but leaves enough open that the next guy can do something with.
Okay. But BT Dubs, everybody, I still have to actually beat the Dragon God on this playthrough, because if I beat him, that would have counted as a boss, and that meant that Yurt would have killed somebody in the Nexus. So you know, this is a quick FYI. But you all remember how easy that was. So also, I might be back a few levels from where I was before. So, but I also spent a lot of garbage time putting points into like
Okay.
stuff that I didn't need to. Anyway, it's time to beat World 3.
Okay. Well, I've also got another question.
Yeah, let's go to Maneater. Masses of flesh litter these hanging prisons. Latria's current master, an old man who's no longer human, has been creating his own demons.
Oh, shit.
And hold on for just a second, because we got that cutscene.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, wait, except that there's a loading screen, so you could ask 6 questions.
Yeah, it's all right.
So this is the one place where it's a real shame that Demon Souls is no longer on the internet, that the servers are down. I mean,
That the servers have been shut down.
like, God damn it. I just know at E3 this year they're going to announce Demon Souls Remastered for the PS4. I just know they're going to do it. I'm going to look like a fucking asshole.
I'm going to say they're not.
Yeah?
I'm going to say they're not going to announce it at all.
This guy needs a lot of chairs. See? He is
It's a chair party.
He's a lot of chairs. Chair party in the USA.
Standing room only.
That's right. These chairs are all mine. No, don't sit on any of them. So, just as John already knows this, and a lot of people at home already knows, but if this was online, this person in this cutscene would be a summon, a Black Phantom summon, another actual human player summoned into this game from, if they're either human or if they've already beaten the boss, they're just hanging around this area, the game would just be like, yoink, you're the boss of this area now. Because the demon in here is actually the big yellow hat. It's not that guy. That guy is the Queen of Latria's husband, who went off to a foreign land and basically got taken over by the big yellow demon.
Which makes me wonder, how long has that guy been dead?
It's a good question. It's an excellent question.
Could he have been controlled while dead?
It is possible. It's also a reference to The King in Yellow, which is a set of short stories about a play called The King in Yellow that drives people crazy when they read it. That I haven't actually read, but I've listened to a few podcasts. There's a H.P. Lovecraft lore podcast that did a few episodes about King in Yellow episodes. It's part of a short story collection. It came before Lovecraft. I think it's pre-Lovecraft and actually inspired Lovecraft. It was
Don't
kind of weird.
forget, there's a...
Yeah, I know. I got this one. This is the part I forgot, is that once he shoots the zappy ball, if you dodge it, then he spends his entire day just trying to run up into your face.
Well, also, don't forget there's another one.
Yeah. Put that fresh spice in here.
Anyways, question time.
Yes.
Burge King 44 says, yeah, Violet Evergarden is a cute little romance anime on Netflix that's also kind of about properly dealing with grief and loss.
Okay.
Which leads me to my question. I don't really enjoy, nor am I really interested in, romance as a genre. Mostly because I feel like romance makes for a better subplot between the main character and their love interest rather than the central focus of the story.
Yeah.
But obviously, I find myself quite enjoying Violet Evergarden. Is there a particular genre that doesn't really interest you guys on a whole, but you've enjoyed one or two movies or games or shows that do fall under that genre?
There's a few things that I can think of.
Don't forget that guy.
Yeah.
I would say romance is probably in there for me.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest romance fan in the entire universe. I remember we had a hard time with this guy last time, remember? And then I remembered that you can backstab stuff in this game, and then it was less hard. Also, boy, he doesn't like that fire at all, does he?
Nope.
You know, there are certain types of... yeah, and then he's got his little laser beams. And then he just will not get the fuck away from me. There's certain kind of animes that I'm not the biggest fan of. Like Sentai stuff, I'm not huge into. I've enjoyed some over the years. I don't want to pretend like I've never enjoyed a Sentai anime, but they're just not really my biggest. They're not my first love, I'm not really the biggest fan of just oh shit, there's a lot of those. Oof. Of swords and sorcery anymore. I kind of got burned down on that after a little while. I mean, not that I won't watch Game of Thrones or something like that, but you're kind of just general. I feel like there's a lot of people out there who are just more than willing to read anything that's kind of like a read or watch anything that's just kind of a D&D / Tolkien-esque type of thing. and I'm much more interested in, like I'm much more willing to give schlocky spaceship schlock a try than I am to give D&D swords and sorcery, magic and wizards and dragons and stuff like that. And that's World 3 done. What's up? What's up? World 3.
We're just flying.
Yep, 30
Mostly because
minutes.
you're not dying.
That's true. So we got this message last time we beat the Dragon God, but that's why I said that is. So we're going to jump back. We're going to go ahead and spend our souls, and then we're going to head on to World 4-1 and hopefully not get my ass kicked as hard as when we were in, or 4-2, as when we were in 4-2 last time. Because the last time we were in 4-2, I'd get my ass kicked. But I also got to switch back over to what I like to call adventuring gear. Well, what about you? Did you have an answer for that one? Sorry, I've been kind of concentrating on other than romance.
I mean, whatever you would consider Charmed.
Uh-huh.
Like, I really fucking love that show. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I like, in spite of the
What?
fact that I don't like anything else in that genre? I like watching Fuller House. I don't really know why. I realize how bad it is. I realize that it's not a very good show. It's kind of just,
Oh no, I think Charmed is an amazing show.
well, I wasn't talking about Charm.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that it's just one of those things. It's like I realize it's bad or anything like that. I'm saying no. I generally think it's a good show.
Yeah.
But I couldn't like. I feel like I shouldn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Being an adult male or whatever, because it's clearly meant to appeal to, I don't know, teenage girls or.
Yeah, I like Ab Fab.
Yeah.
I mean, I did. They've kind of pushed that a little bit far, but you know, I feel like I remember telling somebody that one time. I was like, the show absolutely fabulous. No, I really like it. They were like, "What? You do?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Why? That's like a girls' show." And I was like, "I don't know, because it's funny. Like, I don't care who it's made for. If it's funny, I'll watch it." So,
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that's a girl show for Ab Fab.
you know, it's weird. Yeah, but I also worked with some kind of crazy wackadoos at one point in my life, so
Okay.
it's possible that might be.
Were those also the same ones telling you Alan or Grant Morrison was garbage?
No, those are the commenters on the website
Oh.
or YouTube or something. Like,
Oh, it was none of our patrons.
oh
'cause-
wait, hold on. Oh wait, shit. Oh fuck.
What?
So, homing soul arrow, we can from the yellow demon soul, which is the
Yeah.
old monk that we just beat. We can either make homing soul arrow, which is the thing that he does, which is an incredibly useful spell, or we can make the insanity catalyst, which is a wand that basically like it makes every spell takes a lot more mana, but then it like doubles the potency of every spell. We can only make one of them, and I'm not going to pick
Question.
right now.
I am fully prepared.
Yeah, no, I know, buddy.
Should we ask the patrons to pick for us?
No, it's too important.
Oh, okay.
So, not that y'all aren't important patrons. Anyway, we're going to the Archstone of the Demon Adjudicator. The dead, given seals of the hero by the Adjudicator, are taken to the Shadowman's Storm to be purified and mourned in the storm. So, if you remember correctly, World 4 is a world of death where there's a trial. There's a trial that happens for kind of religious zealots who come to this place. First, the Adjudicator judges them, and he judges them wrong if they eat chicken, and then he takes all the bones off of them, makes them into metal skeletons, and then if they manage to get past the Adjudicator, then they go to where we are now.
Also, I didn't think you meant that the patrons weren't important. I just but you saying it now totally it sounds like that. But
Yeah, I'm sorry, patrons. It's not that it's not that I'm trying to. It's like I'm the one who's got to play this game. So if it turns out that I really want an insanity catalyst instead of homing soul mass, then like I'm gonna be real mad, and I don't want you guys to. I don't want to be mad at you guys and gals and everybody. So, yeah. And then let's go in here. And before we jump in, we got our good buddy, Grave Robber Blige.
oh yeah.
Oh, hello. I'm here to please.
And he's going to tell us a little story about one of our favorite people.
There's somebody I ought to warn you about. A fellow who lacks common decency.
Who is it?
They call him Patches the Hyena.
Nah.
And he's the one that laid that trap for me.
He
He's the
laid a
kind of
really
person
bad trap
who'd
for
stab
me
his mother in the
too.
back. If you happen
Remember,
to
he made a
spot him,
bug jump in front of
you're doing
me.
us all a favor by putting him out of his misery.
No, come on, dude. I don't want to.
Have you been to the altar where sorcerers summon shadows?
No.
Well, I think someone may be trapped in the lower cavity. I heard them praying for dear life. Pity the poor fool. He probably fell for one of Patch's old tricks.
Is that it? Okay. Bye.
But a bit of indulgence.
You know, it occurs to me that, like, when I first played this game, I didn't use the talk button. I didn't talk to anybody. They really are more than happy to give you all the information you need to not get fucking suckered by Patches if you just talk to people.
Yeah.
As opposed to just running up. Except for, I guess, in World 2, where Patches... But that's pretty suspicious when Patches is like, go over there! And there's just, like, that giant bug standing right above you.
Yeah.
It's also a really bad trap, Patches, because he just drops... That bug just jumps down, and he's like, ha-ha! Now you're dead, I guess. I'll come pick the bones from your corpse, because I'm Patches, and, you know, don't fuck with me. I kind of like the way that the fire effect looks on these guys. Anyway, sorry. Where were we?
No, I think that's. Yeah, I don't know what other genres.
Oh,
Yeah.
where you have like a standout,
Yeah. Yeah.
even though you don't like most of the rest of the genre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I am loving this fire sword, by the way.
Burger King also says, also proud of you, Jeff, for quitting smoking.
Yes.
And I wish you the best of luck with it.
Oh boy.
Also, haven't listened to the podcast as of this commenting, so whatever it is that sent you to the ER, John, hope you get better. And I am. I am much better.
I don't think we even really talked about it all that much on the podcast.
I brought it up at the very beginning.
We brought it up, but I don't think we went into like any kind of specific details. Oh, fuck this guy.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't know what caused
Oh
it.
shit! God damn, I hate this guy. Hate him. Hate him. And I also hate the fact that he's got all these shadow guys he's summoning. Let me put warding on real fast. I got plenty of resources. Okay. So these Grim Reapers. Oh fuck! No! God damn it! Can I not backstab this guy? These Reapers are actually very important because they tend to drop some really important upgrade materials.
Yeah.
Like Dark Moonstone, which you use to upgrade Crescent weapons, which are like weapons that scale with your magic, but then they also do mana regeneration, which is nice. Hey, look! John, look, it's a path. Look what's going on in here. Hey, look! Hey, we're shield twins. Look, I got your shield. You and me, we got the same shield.
Oh, hello again. Hey, don't turn a cold shoulder. I didn't mean to do you wrong. Really? Come on now. We've got better things to fret about.
Oh yeah?
That pit there is filled with treasure. But, I can't get to it myself. Go on.
That sounds
Have a
legit, John.
look.
I don't know.
It's more riches.
Sounds
than I've
super
ever
legit.
dreamed
I think this
of.
guy, I think he's totally on the up and up. I think we should totally go. I think that we should just probably look into this pit.
What's keeping you?
I feel like
Have a look at that treasure
you
down in
could
the
receive
pit.
an email saying that your name was Patches. That receive an email from someone saying their name was Patches the Hyena.
Yeah.
And they were robbed in their trip in Brazil.
Uh-huh.
And
They need
can't
me to
get
wire-
home.
they need me to wire $400?
$400.
Oh no! What? No! Patches got me again.
Hold it against me, eh? Take your time starving to death. Then I'll sell every last trinket off your corpse.
I'm not even alive, dude. I'm a ghost. What do you mean starved to death? Look, I'm a literal ghost. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I probably would wire that $400. I like the different patches over the years, right?
Yeah.
So you got Patches the Hyena.
Patches the email scammer.
In Dark Souls 3, it's Indomitable patches or like indestructible patches
Yeah,
or something?
something like that.
Unbreakable patches.
Did you fall for that little devil's trap?
No.
Well, I did the same. He fooled me, and now I am
We
stuck.
kind of knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
The
I came
reverberations seem to suggest
I came down here
that
on
we are
purpose, bro.
connected to the outside. But dark, fearsome souls stand between us and freedom. But have no fear. God will cleanse us of evil.
Oh, that makes sense. He's a
Praise
cleric.
Umbasa.
Umbasa. Anything else to say?
Heavens.
Oh, no, okay.
Umbasa.
So I'm pretty sure that this guy, I haven't actually looked it up, but I'm pretty sure that this Black Phantom over here is like this guy's, like the dark side of this guy. Because I don't know. You tell me what you think, John. Look at the way he's dressed, and let's look at this guy while he tries to kill me and see how he's dressed. Oh, wait, let's put some warning on. Kind of looks like he's got the same thing on, right? So it's just got the... No?
No.
You don't think so? See his little necklace? How he's got the little thing around his neck? I mean, obviously he's not wearing the exact same stuff, but he's also...
dual wielding swords.
Yeah. It was like the skeletons in the first part of this had dual wielding swords. Dark Moonstone. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just making stuff up. I don't know. It's a little washed out, I guess, because of my stupid spell that's turned on. But like, doesn't it look like he's kind of got the same thing around his neckline that other guy had?
Okay, yeah, maybe I see it. I see it. Yeah.
His that little thing.
Yeah.
Oh, did you cleanse the world of another dark soul today?
Ah, he said it.
God
He said Dark
has
Soul.
chosen you,
This
and for
game's
that
Demon
we are
Souls.
thankful.
That's what I got the
Umbasa.
idea. All right, Umbasa, buddy. I'm out of here. Fucking, you have fun getting out of this trap hole. Wait, how do I get that one? Oh, is that just like the thing that Patches was? Is there a way that I can come down there and actually hit the top of that, get whatever that is?
I don't know.
I'm gonna try it. We're so far ahead. Last time, I think I got killed by that Grim Reaper guy like 12 times. Also, I think I fell off a bunch of shit as well. Sorry.
Yeah, you fell off a lot of stuff.
Did we? What's our question situation looking like?
We got
Oh, hey, Patches.
You.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean what I said.
Yeah, you did. It's fine. I don't care.
I mean, a man's got to make a living, right? Here, look. I can make up for it. There aren't many humans like us. We need to stick together. I know. Here, take this as a token of my friendship. You've seen one of these before, surely.
A ring of gash resistance.
Come on. Let's be friends. No need to drag each other down.
No, it's fine. It's fine, Patches. It's fine. Where's that? Wait, where's that hole? Where's the... Can you see that treasure from up here? Oh, no. I don't think there's any way to jump onto that. I don't know. I'll have to go look it up online. Anywho, well, let's get through the rest of these.
All right. Mad Miss Moxie has a question. Hey, guys. Hope you're doing awesome. So my question for you guys this week is about shitty jobs.
Yep.
Having watched all the anime series of Agretsuko and loved it, if you haven't seen it, highly recommended. My question is, how do you deal with doing a job that you hate? As always, stay awesome. Now, the funny thing is, when I read this question, I actually wasn't sure what Agasatsu, or whatever it's pronounced, was. Do you know what that is?
No.
So it's a Netflix show. It's a Sanrio show about a fox
Okay.
that hates her job. She's like an office clerk.
Okay.
And then after work, she goes and sings death metal karaoke
Okay.
to deal with the stress of her job. But it's the entire thing is on Netflix. But they're like short episodes. But I've actually heard nothing but good things about it.
Okay.
Remember, this is a
Yeah, I'm being very careful. Addo! Oh, get out!
there you go.
All right, look at this. Look how much better we're doing this
Yeah.
time.
And I remember things too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
John's paying attention, y'all. Seriously.
yeah, it's because it was something new and
Yeah.
not just you falling off a cliff and dying.
That's legit, man. It's fucking legit. That's what I was doing. Guy, you guys will never know how many times I fell off that fucking. Well, first off, it's a goddamn miracle that we only had to run up the stairs with that Black Phantom on it
Yeah.
like twice.
Yeah.
I got killed more times by that Black Phantom. Seriously, got killed more times by that Black Phantom than I got killed by Maneater.
Yeah.
So
Very
that.
true.
And then when I came down here, yeah, it was just nothing. It was nothing good. It was all the bad.
You're doing so much better now.
I am. I got a better weapon. I got better stat distribution, doing the right thing. And anyway,
But yeah, so how do you deal with the shitty job?
shit jobs that you don't like. Well, see, here's the thing. Oh man, somebody's been off in the mantas. By the way, we did switch over to the Thieves Ring because in this particular area, if you're wearing the Thieves Ring, then the mantas don't aggro onto you as much. You don't have to worry about fucking dealing with them while you're dealing with these dumb skeleton. Even though I am now so awesome, John, that I just like fucking 2-hit these skeleton. Oh, or maybe not.
3 hit.
Maybe that was the last time. I guess these guys are more powerful than the ones that were in the previous level. Okay, so dealing with a shitty job. Well, I mean, it's been a long time since I've had a traditionally shitty job.
Yeah.
You know, before this, I was working at Spill, and that was fun in its own right. Stressful, but fun. I guess there's a difference. It's been so long since I've worked what I would consider to just be like a straight up crappity crap job. Like, when I was going to college, I worked part time at a software or like a computer repair store, doing that. Okay, you know what? Why am I wasting my time with these motherfuckers? Doing that, but even that, I got to work with my best friend. So like, it was a shit job, but it wasn't a hugely shit job. It was just kind of sort of a shit job. So even that wasn't a big deal. I think the last time that I probably had a truly garbage job was when I worked at Dell. And even that wasn't all that garbagey. It was just like I'd rather be at home than at work, right?
Yeah, that's true for any job, I feel.
But there's days when I'd rather just be playing video games than recording Rage Select episodes. Even though I love Rage Select. It's my baby, right? But
And even though you're playing video games while you're recording stuff for Rage?
Exactly. Like, you know what? Here's a weird thing, John. I wasn't especially psyched to play all of, to go back to this point in Demon Souls last night, right? Because we had a fucked up recording.
Yeah.
Like, I would have rather played Yakuza 6
I know, because
it
was one of those things where you're like, hey, the video's messed up. Can you come and record tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, sure. But we can also do it next week.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, man, whatever.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure whether I was going to be able to go back and do it all over again because, I like this game, but man, there's nothing worse than going back and playing through a game that you've just played, right? Like replaying a section of a game that you've just played. Anyway, that's not the question. The question is about crappy
Shitty jobs. Yeah. How do you deal with a shitty job? And I feel just like the show that you're talking about. You got to find an outlet that that if it's a job you don't like, you can't. Like, here's the thing. Depending on how crappy the job is, I feel like, and this is something I think we said originally when we tried to answer this question, and it's now gone to the ether,
right.
Which is if the job is too crappy,
you got to get out of there.
Get out of there.
You got to get out of there. Don't suffer a bad job. I mean, if you can, right? Like, not everybody can. It's not the thing that everybody is in a position to be able to do.
Yeah.
I often hate it when people are just like, well, just quit your job and go find a new job. And it's like, there are no fucking jobs, right? But if you can, that's the best scenario.
Yeah.
Is get the fuck out of there.
Now, if you're like me, I work at a place that I'm probably a little complacent with my.
Shit. Whoa. Oh! Fucking finally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say, if you're like me, you're in a place where you don't hate the job so much as that you just have a lot of shitty days at that job.
Sure.
As anyone who follows me on like my Facebook or Twitter,
follow John on Twitter.
Sometimes I'll post, mostly on Facebook. I'll post like handwritten transcripts of calls that I've had.
Yeah.
Just because either I think
cathartic.
They're cathartic. Also, I think sometimes they're funny. Sometimes they're, sometimes they're just to kind of explain why I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And just to be like, you people don't understand how stupid some people are, or how stupid some people can be.
Yeah.
But But yeah, so it's like, but you find a creative outlet, whether that's going home playing a video game, whether that's going home and going out and hang out with friends, decompressing, whether that's
Chillaxing in the Maxin.
chillaxing, spending time with a puppy. Got a dog. That dog has helped me through some evenings that I just wanted to just fucking curl up in a ball and
Yeah, this is not good, like, just straight up life advice for everybody, but man, having a dog is great. Oh, god damn it. Fuck.
and you got bleeding.
Yeah. Big ass gold skeletons. I'm not
Yeah.
proficient in dealing with
But
those just yet.
but no. So I mean, like you find something. You find some type of outlet. I have a thing where my biggest outlet outside of video games and say like listening to music or watching a movie or whatever. My biggest outlook is probably making things. And when I say making things, mostly I'm talking about building shit with Legos. Because I have a lot of Legos. And I will usually, like, if I'm like really, really like super just like pissed off at work and a little bit stressed, I'll just go to the store and buy a Lego set of some kind and then spend the day building said Lego set. Because that relaxes me. And then sometimes if I'm,
No way, dude.
if I'm
damn.
just
All
like
right.
not in the mood for a Lego set, or I'm not in a position where I can get a Lego set or something like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll try to make something. Doesn't matter what it is. Like right now, I'm in my spare time trying to make a puppet. Puppet's not for anything, before anyone asks, because I've had a few people ask. It's not for anything. It's just for me because I want to make one.
Yeah.
Amanda's helping me because she has made puppets. She's giving me patterns that she's using. She's showing me some of the, the techniques for sewing and stuff like that because I'm going to try to do it all myself.
Yeah.
And then I'm probably going to, depending on how I'm feeling, I may make another one immediately afterwards.
Oh.
Again, not for anything, just for myself because I want to. And because I found, while looking up stuff, I found a different pattern for puppets, for a puppet that I kind of want to try out. So.
Please, just a regular hit. There we go. God damn it, really? Okay. Bye. It's fine. I don't mind.
But yeah, so like that's how I deal with stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very important. I mean, like, if it's just, like, what you're kind of asking is more of like a, how do you relieve stress in your life? I mean, the problem with most jobs that are bad, right, is that I feel like we already kind of went over this, but that they fall into two categories, right? It's either a job that's bad temporarily and is going to get better, or it's just a bad job. Bad job, you're not going to have very much of a way out of there outside of quitting your job. Like, you're going to have to find another job. That's going to be what you have to do. But if it's a job that is bad for a little while, but you can deal with it, then finding a hobby of some sort. Oh, god damn it! Whoa. Ah, fuck. Okay, so found the new bottleneck. Warding next time, and then that's going to be the way that we're going to go.
Yeah, you probably should have done warding.
Probably should have done warding. Could have just
Learned
muscled
your
my way through.
lessons, man.
Yep.
Remember your lessons.
Hey, you know what? I was trying to do something different that time, and it didn't work.
Yeah,
I was trying to pull them one at a time. So this time we're going to slap warding on, and just try to bully our way through the bunch of
I
skelebones.
think you can do it.
I think so too. I think I'll have to be able to do it at some point. I'm also really happy that somebody wrote into the podcast and said they were starting to play along with us in Demon's Souls. I'm like, great. I hope that my terrible life failures can teach you something about this game.
Learns not to fall off edges.
Come on, dude. Okay, see. Oh, god damn it! What? Okay, fine. I've got warding on. I forgot. Warding is great. Warding is the best, y'all. Warding is like one of the most. If you're playing as a mage, warding is armor. Like, you don't have to wear as much armor anymore because you got this spell. It makes this pretty little blue bubbles all around you, and it's great. And I love it. Yeah. Hey guys, you guys have been a big problem recently. I try to get you on a little bit steadier ground. But yeah, there is some cases where it's not really possible to do anything, but you're going to need to find another job because some jobs it's not going to get better. Like as much as that may seem like really cynical, some jobs don't get better. So it's a bad job with bad people and a bad manager, bad management, and that's not going to change. And the only thing that you can do is kind of just hope that something random happens. But hoping that something random happens really it's not really a good life strategy.
No.
Because it could happen, but then, it's kind of like trying to save for the future by playing the lotto, right? Like, yeah, I mean, it could happen, but it could also not happen. And if it doesn't happen, then, you're just going to have wasted time. So better to be proactive, even if it's mildly proactive. Otherwise, just find something to help you pass the time a little bit.
All right. Well, moving on to Joshua Gearspring. Says gameplay question.
Yes.
I've noticed a lot of overlapping mechanics in AAA games, such as drones, regenerating health, marking enemies, parkour climbing, and detective vision, to name a few. While these things are cool, some games like recent Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Splinter Cell games start to feel the same to me.
Yeah.
Do you think different franchises need to vary their gameplay more or to stand out, or is it all right to homogenize gameplay across different franchises, assuming the gameplay in question is good?
Did I not kill that Reaper? Oh, no, okay, good. I did kill that Reaper. So this is one that I feel like that my answer hasn't gotten any better since when we answered it last time. That it's pretty much the exact same, which is mechanics are neither good nor bad, but for how we make them, right?
Yeah, it's all how it's implemented.
Like, for all intents and purposes, and everybody knows this, Darksiders is a bunch of mechanics that are ripped off from other games.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make Darksiders a bad game. See, they've got these little thief versions of the big ghost guys that try to come up behind you. That's why I cast warning. But yeah, there's nothing intrinsically bad about, say, a quick time event or a rhythm section or a drone mechanic, right? Like that's mark and execute is actually a really good mechanic these days because it gives you kind of an in-world way to have a map without having to have a map present.
Yeah.
But it just depends on the execution. Like I personally thought that the mark and execute function worked so much better in, say, Watch Dogs 2 than it did in Far Cry 5.
Okay.
Because, well, first off, a drone actually made sense in Watch Dogs 2, as opposed to what was the mechanic supposed to be in Far Cry 5? You just looked at them and then remembered where they were. But you could also see them through walls and shit. Like,
also, if the dog sees them, you automatically see them.
Yeah, like it actually made more sense, like just from a plausibility scale. Like even Ghost Recon Wildlands made more sense than that.
Well, I also feel like Far Cry is kind of at its best when it also kind of gets a little ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh shit. There's that fucking. Oh god damn it. Okay. Low on health. Okay. Get the. Get him. What? Get him. There we go. Woof. There he goes. I feel like they don't do this a lot in Souls games anymore.
Yeah.
Have like a summoner, like somebody that's creating the enemies that you're fighting. I feel like that's a thing that we haven't seen. Am I doing? Do I have my? Okay, I've got my thief ring on still. Back to HP regen, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we're very close to being out of time here. So, but we're kind of on a roll here. I don't really want to go back all the way through this level. So, John, why don't you hit us up with another question? Then we'll see how far down here we can get, and we'll just leave it off and come back.
Well, there's one question, but there's two other comments. So I'll read the two comments first.
Yes.
Septum Sin versus the World says, so once you finish this, all that's left to play is Kingsfield, eh? New sequential, eh?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, I've never played Kingsfield. I've heard good stuff about Kingsfield. Oh, shit. Whoa.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
It's like a wisp. Remember, there was those caves. Also, this whole place is full of...
slugs.
Slugs and wisps. And what really sucks, John, or not really sucks, it's actually a very good thing, is see right over here? Right over here is the boss of this level. But I just have to figure out a way through the slugs and the wisps. I think there's like a little place that you can... The slugs, they really don't hurt all that much. And I'm really kitted out. I think that we'll probably start the next video just directly with the boss of this area.
Okay. Also, AJ2477 says, "Happy belated birthday, Jeff."
Yeah, woo! Go me! Birthday! What?
Patty Howe
Yes.
says, or Patty Who says, "I used the fog door hack to kill the first man-eater gargoyle. Went up against the fog door without entering. Your bow will clip through the door, and you can pepper spray the first gargoyle, aiming for the glowing eyes."
Yes, you can.
Question, though. At what point do you give up fighting a boss or finishing a level proper and resort to glitch hacking and cheesing?
That's an interesting question.
I don't think I've ever glitch hacked a boss.
No.
Or at least knowingly done it.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's been a time or two where I've done it by accident. Like, I happened upon it and went, oh, that was a glitch?
Yeah. Like, I know that in early Bloodborne, it's actually interesting. I don't know if you know this, John, but in early Bloodborne, there was a memory leak.
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember something about that.
That I think either fucked up the AI or made your weapons hit incredibly hard. A lot of people have, and so like the longer you played, the more likely it was that you would end up seeing this. So like a lot of people thought, you remember God, I forget what's the name of that one boss that's like just the really big Cthulhu ball monster thing.
Yeah.
Like the ancient god or something like that. Is that by the time, if you were just marathoning through the game, by the time you got there, if you were just playing kind of nonstop, that boss would just stand there. And so the idea that like, oh, this is an idiot god, like I know that on Bonfireside Chat they talked about the first time that they went there, where it was just like, oh, it's just like it's like a Dark Souls boss that just stands there and doesn't actually fight you, even though it looks incredibly terrifying. Like that's an interesting subversion of the genre.
And that turned out to be a...
It turned out to be just be an error in the code. So anyway, I will answer that question by saying that I don't think I ever do. I don't think I ever have felt the need to be like, oops.
I mean, I have cheesed a boss.
That is true. I have cheese dicked a boss, but I don't ever think that I've exploited like that, right? Like the Capra Demon in Demon Souls, you know, the really fast guy that's like, you can do the same thing to him. I think you can actually hit him from outside of the area, but I was just always like, why? I don't think I want to do that. And you know what? With that, John, here is the fog door for the boss.
Oh.
And I got a shitload of everything. I'm real loaded up and ready to go. This is an interesting boss. Whoa, fuck. Okay. I mean, you know, if these floating fuck faces don't kill me first.
And that one slug that's following you, or two slugs that are following you.
Fucking slugs. Get out of here. I don't want you anymore. Anyway, get your questions in. Next week we'll probably be, we will certainly be beating World 4. And then, unfortunately, we'll be moving on to the Blight Town. I don't like it. Anyway, thanks everybody for writing in. Thanks, John, for coming back a second time. And we'll see you next week.
Later.